I don't mind to have a kid and live with a man, but am I a man? So that question was there.
Like they tried to make me feminine. Well, most of the times I felt alone. I mean, isolated, and I tried to fit in, but I couldn't.
One of my auntie came to my house and said, "See what she's doing on the media. She's insulting the family."
The bottom surgery for female to male transgender people is not one surgery. It's like a series of surgeries.
And then this whole gender identity topic came, and he was talking about transgender. I was like, this is what I really
This is what I am.
This is what I am. Then this is the way that I should go.
Welcome to a very dramatic episode of Shhh, the show about conversations that we should be having but we don't. And thank you so much to Bakes by Bella and Melissa for having us here and allowing us to use this gorgeous space. Your sexuality and your gender is not something that everybody is comfortable talking about in Sri Lanka because Tankrutya, and we are all like either this A or B and there is no C, D, E, F, G. Speaking of which, the movement itself, I don't know how many letters keep getting added to it every year. So it's like LGBTQIA P.
Entire alphabet will be there.
Yeah. So thanks a lot.
It doesn't matter as long as everyone is included, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but why you really need labels? Labels for clothes, my
Right now, can I introduce you?
Yeah, sure.
Right. And there's Vishane over there. And Vishane is a man in the body of a woman who wants to be what he is and transition into a man. And there's Bhoomi, who used to be biologically a man but has never been a man. And Bhoomi is a woman now. And we're talking about transsexuality. Okay. Now we'll come back to what I asked you.
Right.
What the hell is transsexuality?
So simply, in one conference, a person said, sexuality is something that with whom you want to go to the bed with.
Okay.
Gender identity is as who you want to go to the bed.
Okay. And transsexual?
Transsexual is a subcategory which comes under transgender. It's a gender identity. Let me say it in Sinhala. So, ඒක ඇවිල්ලා අපි මේ ලෝකෙට ඉපදෙනකොට we are coming with two bodies, right? But one is physical body and the other one is mental body. So most of people who comes to this world comes with like bodies which matching and corresponding to mental body and physical body. මානසික ශරීරයට කායික ශරීරය tally වෙනවා. As example, ඔයා ඉපදෙන්නේ with a penis, then and you have a mental body is a man, and you have a vagina, and your mental body is a woman. Right? But for trans people, it's totally opposite. You're having a male body. But your mentality is a woman.
How do you know that you're a man? In the sense, like, at what point of your life? Tell me about your story. Like, when did you?
Like, since grade 6, I was like trying to fit in, and I was obviously a tomboy back then, and I actually thought there's something wrong with me.
So what was it that made you wonder?
I was a tomboy, as I said, and around grade 9, I guess, all the people around me, like my friends, my family, and even the principal, like personally, they tried to make me feminine. The default setting was for me to sit like this, even in my school uniform, it's like. So it's usually around here because we have no pleats or anything. So my friends used to remind me that,
Ayyo, yeah, me.
Yeah, so even in like almost in every photo we have been in school uniform, I'm like this friend. Yeah, I tried to be feminine because I thought that everyone around me, like who were tomboys when they were little, they were like growing up to be like more feminine and girls. So I thought something was wrong with me and I should adjust and fit in.
Actually, that's a weird feeling, no?
Yeah.
Like when it's
So
like
you know what
isolated.
though? Sorry to stop you midway. I used to want to play rugby. I used to want muscles. I used to tell my mom like I want to work out, have muscles, and it wasn't about
but
thinking I'm a man, but it's because I thought guys have a better life. That was my thing.
Well, most of the times I felt alone. I mean, isolated, and I tried to fit in, but I couldn't. But, like, I didn't know that there are transgender people or the term transgender even back then. So, when I realized at this one point, I realized this is not gonna work. Okay, like this trying and all the girl is it. I was around 15. Yeah. 15, so I realized that this is not gonna work because like even though everyone is telling me to act like this and talk like this and sit like this, I can't. Like it was like that rubber ball that was submerged in water, So it popped up at one point, and I couldn't keep it under anymore. When I was around 5, I've had read this article about it was about this man. He was a transgender man. I didn't know the terms or anything back then. So he has undergone through surgeries and everything, but he hasn't undergone he hasn't removed his womb. So he is married to a woman, but his wife can't bear children, so he has become pregnant with his womb. So I remembered that when I was like struggling to identify myself, like, and then I just googled, and then the term transgender came. Okay, that popped up. So only then I understood that this is the category I belong in. Like I felt like I belong somewhere.
Okay.
Finally.
Actually, in my life, I felt how can I say? It was like different ways. In my childhood, when I was like very young, in my age of 5 to 6, it was okay to wearing a girl's stuffs and dance in the house.
Okay.
Right. It's accepted.
Like funny.
Yeah, he's dancing very well
okay.
like a girl, and my God, it's very nice and fabulous. In my age of 12 to 14, right? In between 12 and 14, there was a bit of a struggle. Because I can see the difference. So I studied in DSM America College, Colombo 7. It's a boys' school. So I seen that difference, and I felt it. There were like 45 kids in one classroom, and you look very different. The way you walk, the way you talk, the voice tone and your expression, because they're like, seeing like that, and they are starting to talk about their girlfriends, crushes and everything, which is like feeling very uncomfortable because I don't have one, and I don't get attracted to men or women. I was like, okay, what should I do? Then I used to openly say about the crush that I had on one of my friends. They used to call me gay.
Did you wonder if you were gay?
I thought in some point, because we didn't have any place or a person to go and talk about it.
Yeah.
Then I felt really, really isolated up to my A-level class. Then, I found my very best friend who used to study with me. That friendship continues since 2004, and still
I don't have a friend like that.
Do you have that kind of friend?
Yeah, I have like my
Cheers,
best friend.
Cheers.
and
It's really rare.
they
It's
are
really
like
rare.
non-binary and
What binary?
non-binary. What does that mean? That means they don't identify with either male or female.
One of my friends who used to be just a friend said that there's a lane in England which two men or two women can live together in a one house as a couple and they can have kids. I was like, wow. I don't mind to have a kid and live with a man, but am I a man? So that question was there every day. Sometimes I used to pray that, please God, give me a vagina when I'm like waking up and looking at vaginas. Right? I had that prayer and
this was at what age did you start wanting a vagina?
That something I had since I was in nursery time.
Wow.
Nursery school, yeah. I had that dream. I didn't want to have my kids at all. I didn't feel comfortable with my body at all. So there was a friend who came to do A-levels. He told about some gay parties which is happening in Colombo. Somehow my friend got opportunity to go for that party after A-levels.
Okay.
And he was telling about this and like I was telling to myself, oh my god, I should save money and go for this. I feel like I entered to a totally different world, right? The first time that I was wearing a sari in public.
Okay.
And went to this party and I was like,
how did you get, where did you get this sari and dress up without your...
My friend's mother's sari.
So didn't your parents see you dressing up like this?
No.
How did you get out of the house looking like that?
We used to do dramas, no? Studying and drama practices and stuff. So I was like, this is my work, right?
Yeah.
So we got drunk and we danced and enjoyed the night through. So then we used to go regularly because there was a parties in every month and I'm still having it. So then we got opportunity to join to Equal Ground. Right, there was a person called Nigel. One day, Nigel invited us for a workshop, sensitizing workshop, and we went there, right? And he was talking about gender. We got a slight idea about what is gender, and he then slightly started talk about sexuality. Then we got a slight idea about what is the sexuality. Then he was talking about HIV/AIDS. We were like, ooh, right, okay, this is sort of a point that we have to, think about ourselves as well. Sort of, because that was the first time that I was heard about HIV, right, properly. And then this whole gender identity topic came and he was talking about transgender. I was like, this is what I really want.
So you were how old when you actually
realized I was around 15, I was doing my O-levels.
And you were about 9?
Yeah.
I got to know about myself in my age of 20. Yeah. And the first kick that I got to become a woman is the day that I got insulted by my school crush. In front of everyone, he was asking such a therapeutic thing that what the pleasure that he can take from me as a man. You don't have an ass at least. No, darling, I'm very strong because now I'm really thankful to him. I feel thankful because if he didn't make that challenge and tell that thing to me, I will never had this journey. I might have this journey in a different way, right? But that made me to start my journey also to help the others, right? So I walked out from the classroom on that day. I was like, you, right? I will show you. One day I will make you feel so sorry to lose me.
And now you have all your bits in place. How is it getting rid of your penis?
No. In that way, like I'm almost on the way.
Okay.
Because I have to go for that surgery because financially I'm not stable then.
It's an expensive process, yeah?
Yes, it's very much, and like I'm ready for it. But the only thing is financially I'm not ready for it. It's not.
And you're gonna get this as well, right?
Yeah.
Are you excited? But are you nervous?
I mean, I
waiting
wanted
for
to
it.
have a flat chest since oh my god, I can't even remember.
So do you bind it right now?
Even during school I used to bind. I mean, I didn't have a binder at first, and I used to bind with bandages. That's bad. Don't do it. If any trans person is, trans masculine person is watching it, don't bind with bandages.
Before you go for a breast implant, think twice.
Why?
Because it will look nice, but the conflicts that you have to go through is very hard.
But isn't it worth it?
I didn't have this to entertain people for my self-satisfaction, but I'm very honest. I'm talking very openly.
What is the conflict?
I'm having a back pain which you can't cure, right? And sometimes I can't dance like for a long time, like earlier how I used to do before I get this done, because I will get tired so soon.
And also, I'm guessing, your skin has to stretch out.
Yes,
right, to make room for all that.
And the sensitivity is less than earlier because it's stretched and expand. Sometimes if I get late to go to work, I don't wear bra, right? And that's the worst. That will be the worst day because when you're traveling, if you are putting into a pampers and stuff, you can feel the implant is jumping inside. Yeah, and when you are sleeping into this side, like you will feel, have to turn to that side, and like there will be a risk for a blast. There will be a risk.
So you're obviously looking forward to having a dick.
Yeah, of course. But when I'm financially ready for it.
Yeah.
So phalloplasty is actually constructing a penis, and I think it takes around 1 year to get a proper sensation down there after the surgery.
To recover.
It's like they create a penis out of your skin and what do you call it? Muscle.
That sounds really painful.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's worth it, I guess.
Where do they take the skin and muscle?
Thighs or the arm.
Okay.
And there will be a
it's
huge
complicated.
Hole in the sense like...
No, it's just skin they're taking.
Is it like a penis shape hole? Sorry.
Dude, no. It's like a rectangular shape.
Okay.
Like a flap, not a flap. Like a
And you're not worried about that part of it at all?
It's worth it. Oh my god, it's so worth it. The bottom surgery for female to male transgender people is not one surgery, it's like a series of surgeries, at least
surgeries,
at least three, I guess.
So in Sri Lanka, one doctor has done a trial surgery.
Okay.
That person went through so many traumas and it didn't work much. Because he had to done 2 surgeries, ekak Harendran means.
But is it legal?
No, it's a series.
It got infected.
Genital surgery in
Sri Lanka, yes.
Yeah, in Sri Lanka.
You can do transition surgery.
Yeah.
I don't recommend. Because
well, I don't know about that because I haven't undergone anything in Sri Lanka. But they have surgeries and you can go
they
you can
have
undergo the
surgeries to a certain point. I don't want people to put their life in a risk to do experiments.
So which one of you has it easier or harder to find love?
Love. Why?
When you're comparing to the well-known circle that we have, most of trans men have partners and they have
that's true.
women.
Oh really?
Very less trans women have partners.
Long time partners.
Yes.
Well,
Are you all in relationships right now?
No!
I'm single. I told you this is a queen. This is an absolute queen.
I had that dream. to marry a guy and have a daughter, small house. Whenever I go through the breakups and stuff, that hope, I lost that hope. Now
Every breakup kills you a little
I
bit more.
know, right?
little bit. My
No, a little bit more.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
just when you start
Yeah.
hoping again.
Yeah. And
Yes.
then, true.
Have the breakups ever been because you're trans?
Yeah, most of them.
But they got into the relationship because they knew you were trans, right?
when they coming to you, they will feel proud about what you do, and they are appreciating your personality. You are a sort of a bright star when they are coming to your life, right? When it's come to commitments and the future plans and stuff for a while, then this is what one of my boyfriends told me when he's going to leave me. Elder than me, and you have had sex with people before?
What?
Yeah. This is sort of he's expecting Virgin Mary to come. Right? And you are a well-known trans person.
Yeah.
If I'm come to you, I have to leave my family, I have to leave my friends, and I don't know whether I will be able to find a job or not.
Wow.
So I love you a lot, but I can't marry you.
See, everything that comes before a but is bullshit.
What have the families been like? Obviously, your family has known about this from. How did you come out? How did you tell them? How did you
Actually, I didn't tell them at all. I just told the media first.
That's fun.
From the media only they got to
Okay.
know about this.
How did they
react? Very weird. One of my auntie came to my house and said, "See what she's doing on the media. She's insulting the family." And then this entire thing went off, and my mother asked to leave, and my father didn't say anything.
They asked you out of the house?
Yes, only my mother. My father said, have your life out of the house. You can't go for whatever you want right now here. Have your life. We don't say anything.
So, was it that they cut you out? Or
Yeah.
and now?
Now they fully accept it.
So what was the turning point for your parents to accept you?
Actually, for them, going for a foreign tour is a big thing. And when they got to know that I'm getting invited for government foreign international conferences and stuff, so slowly she, realized that my life didn't go wasted.
Your parents don't know. And you've told them that you want to get transition surgery, is that not?
Yeah.
How was that?
Not well, they know. I've been dressing like this since forever.
But they don't believe it.
No, I think they are in a huge denial phase right now. Before coming out, they rarely call me Dua, okay? They always, me and my sister both, they used to call us Puta. They still call my sister Puta. And after coming out, they'll deliberately call me Dua.
Till the last point, they are giving sort of
that's
a trying
transphobic,
to.
man.
It's not only about transphobic, darling. That's the education system that they have gone through and the surrounding that they have grew up.
Do you worry about, they will have to face the backlash of...
Well, I think that is one reason they are not accepting me, because when I confront them about, I haven't done it a lot, but once or twice I confronted them about not accepting me, and they were like, what will we tell our neighbors? How can we face the people? How can we face the society?
That's the thing. They are always worrying about what will be the reactions from the society, and they are worrying about the neighbors and about others. But to be very honest, from my side, it's like they will be okay. Anything will be normal when they used to see every day.
But it took time for me to accept myself, and they've seen me as their daughter for like over 20 years, and they need time to adjust and they need time to accept me as their son.
We are the same. Thank you for being open. Thank you for being honest. We're human. Each human has different likes, dislikes, personality traits, but that's human, and that's who we are. And I hope you also, whatever questions, concerns, fears that you have, you talk about it. Get out there, talk about it, and stop saying, shh. Why is this funny?
What's funny?
I'm not telling that your agenda identity is abnormal, but you are an abnormal person.
Please.
You know, it's gone down some wrong place when like the trans woman tells the trans man he's abnormal, right? Like,
I'm not abnormal.
No, I'm
unique, okay?
telling that he's abnormal because he's my brother. I know he's abnormal.
I'm not abnormal. It's my uniqueness.
yeah.
Oh,
Because I'm a unicorn.
unicorn.
I mean, when you wake up in the morning and when you go to the bathroom and look down, and it's not what it's
You're
supposed
looking down
to.
only inside the bathroom.
Hari.
Wow. we went there. Yes, we should have put that on. This is we're calling this the trans pillow. Look at this. It's like, this is what you think we are or they are, but this is what they are. Did you like the show? Subscribe now to our YouTube channel and stay tuned for all future episodes. We also have a regular feature column every other Sunday in the features section of the Sunday morning newspaper, and that's the brunch section, so keep your eyes peeled for that as well. Bye for now.